All right, what's going on, guys? A different type of video this time. I wanted to just hit on the Around the Horn finale. Obviously, Max Kellerman is someone who has helped on the show. He hosted it at one time, actually, and he was obviously known for his time at First Take, which is a show that is run by ESPN, obviously. And I believe Jimmy Pitaro is the host, and then there's some Disney connection, obviously, that they have with them. And, obviously, his debate partner was Stephen A. Smith. And, there was a report, actually, that I saw a couple of days ago, and this is just something that it's on my mind. And honestly, like, as a sports YouTube channel, I feel like it's my duty to not only do this about Ohio sports, but also just anything that comes to mind, anything that I want to hit on. And I'm sure you guys have seen it many times before, but I want to just hit on it. So obviously, Max Kellerman, like as I said, he helped on First Take. He was not on the Around the Horn finale, and he actually did again run the show. And then Tony Reali, he said that he moved on. He was surprised. I'm going to correct that narrative, or he was just surprised that he wasn't there at the finale. But no, I'm going to correct that narrative. It was more like he got pushed out. And, I think that just goes back to the clownish year, I guess, that Stephen A. has been having. And this just adds to it. I know this was like 3 years ago, so it's not anything new. But I think it just kind of shows he's just a backstabber. And he just is only loyal to certain people. He talked about LeBron being shady and having, stuff, I guess, shady about him that other people don't know about it. We can talk about you. I mean, I feel like you rehearse stuff like, you're in a mirror just because it sounds good, but let's hit on it. So, obviously, this dude, I'm going to blame him for all of it. I'm going to blame him for Max not being at the Around the Horn finale. I'm going to blame him for, being in a situation where he's not supposed to, putting Max in a situation where he just doesn't deserve. Because this guy, he blamed Max for the flattening of First Take ratings. He said, oh, the rumor's accurate in terms of me wanting him off the show. Yeah, I'm so cool. He did a media tour, just like he did the LeBron thing. If you guys don't know about it, I'm sure everybody knows about it, but he did a media tour because it sounded good in the mirror to him. In his fairy princess costume, it sounded good for him. He wanted attention, not the truth. He wanted to just make everybody turn against Max, but he did the exact opposite because he made a complete and utter fool of himself, and he sounded like he was in drama class. He is such a drama queen. I didn't like working with him, man. Just to quote this guy right here. He thought that the show flatlined because of the chemistry between him and Max. Yeah, your chemistry wasn't great, but that was in no way Max's fault. Oh, he's a brilliant man. Yeah, he went to Columbia University. Dude, everybody, I guarantee you, everybody understood Max. You think that they were tired of Max? No, they were tired of you disrespecting Max. Max made smart points. Stephen A. turned it into a circus. He tried to turn ESPN people against him. That's why when people came on the show, they would not flat out disrespect, but they kind of, sometimes you'd see people disrespect and dismiss Max's takes. Is he perfect? No. The Tom Brady cliff? Of course, that was blasphemy. I don't agree with some of his basketball takes. I mean, on Steph Curry being, wanting Andre Iguodala over Steph Curry, I think that's ridiculous. I would take Steph Curry on my team all day, every day, taking the final shot. But he couldn't handle someone that was smarter than him, which, quite frankly, I would not... I don't think it's that hard to sound smarter than Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith is a clown. He's only there. He gets, quote-unquote, views and clicks because he yells. Everybody likes to see people make a fool of themselves. Some of my highest viewed videos on YouTube are me making a fool out of myself and just yelling into a camera. Or yelling into a mic, I mean. People just love to see people, make a fool out of themselves. They don't care. Stephen A. can be fooled and be like, I've been number one for 12 years. I've been on the top of the ESPN forever. I know how this thing works. No, you know how to get views and clicks because you make a fool out of yourself and you yell into a camera. Oh, you don't know anything about basketball. He just cannot handle someone smarter than him. Max got done dirty. I love how Stephen A. was trying to play the victim, but he's not a victim. He is absolutely the worst thing to ever happen to ESPN, if anything. Your own coworkers, speaking of them, probably just don't like you. I guarantee you. They may be like you always address everybody as like, oh yeah, he's my brother. Jalen Rose said people at ESPN, they trash athletes for fame. Who fits that criteria more than you? Bomani Jones laughed at the idea of you running anything. Dan LeBatard, he called you out to your face. He quit ESPN because of all the circus and the clown show that it's become. I bet, I can guarantee you, half that building. Oh, Rachel Nichols, too. I'm not sure what went there. That's none of my business, but she left ESPN. I really like Rachel Nichols, but she's doing a great job on her own. I bet half of that building just fake smiles when you walk in. Outside of maybe Molly and Kendrick Perkins and whatever, and Mad Dog. Who else? Who genuinely likes Stephen A. Smith? Who listens to Stephen A. Smith for actual analysis? They just listen to him yell into a mic because that's pretty much all they want to do. That's all that he does. That's all he really gives them. And he's been there for so long. And let's face it, the longer you're there, the more people are going to, get used to you. Half that building, I guarantee you, they don't like you. He talks about LeBron, he's alienated a lot of people. No, you've alienated a lot of people. And Max, that situation with Max, it should not go unnoticed. It kind of got shrugged off a little bit after a few months. No. There's some shady stuff about it. Everybody talks about, he talks about LeBron being shady. He talks about Kevin Durant being a clown. No, both of them are good dudes. Both of them have their basketball, their hobbies, their family, and everything that they take care of. No, you're the shady one. You have a lot of stuff, and there's a reason why you talked about LeBron trying to alienate people from you. No, you deserve to be alienated. And it's not about sports anymore. ESPN is not about sports. And I'm honestly going to... Stephen A. Smith is probably the number one face in sports media, I would say. I'm going to blame him for that. It's turned just a complete circus. It has. Entertaining because, I don't mind people like Mad Dog, Swagoo, Perk, all of them. But no one listens to them for their actual analysis. People listen to them because they're entertaining and fun to listen to. And I like those guys. But not because of their analysis. I seriously have not heard a reasonable, piece of analysis from either of those guys. And I'm going to blame this dude right here. His hype men. He likes to call them his brothers. Here's Stephen A. Smith. If Jalen Rose ever came up and, talked about this situation that he had with ESPN, how they just trash people for fame, Stephen would be like, on his podcast, Jalen Rose, I love you, my brother, but you got some explaining to do. You cannot. You listen to his podcast, that's exactly how he sounds. He tries to sound humble by dodging the criticism, just brushing it off. And he's trying to think there's a reason people are saying this. It's not because of me. It's because, when LeBron criticized him, he was saying, it's only because I don't rank him number one over Jordan. He acts like people just don't understand him. Nah, we do, and you sound stupid. You didn't get pushed out of ESPN. And he even said if Max was that important, I would have left First Take. I seriously wish he did. All he does is bring yelling, drama, no good debates. I had respect for him once. I completely lost it after what he did to Max. And honestly, just thinking about it again and reading a little bit more into it, because as I said, at the time, I didn't look too much into it. And now, obviously, this Max not being at the Around the Horn, he's kind of just faded away from sports. And I'm going to blame this dude 100%. He didn't even give Max his own show. He knew there were opportunities for ESPN, yes, but that show didn't last. And since 2023, where has Max Kellerman been? All because this guy couldn't handle anything or anybody that he viewed as a quote-unquote threat. He just wanted him out because he can't handle the smoke. All he can handle is yelling it but not getting it back. He talked about LeBron being the same way, he doesn't want to give, he doesn't want to receive it, he just wants to give it. No, Stephen A is the exact same way. But he won't have you believe that because he tries to make it sound like how he practiced in the mirror. Marcellus Wiley called him out on it, said that he was just scared of Max sounding smarter than him. 100% right. Marcellus Wiley is great. Stephen A is a clown, and I'm going to blame him not only for ESPN's failure of actual sports analysis, but all of sports. All of this is because of this guy, and I don't care what nobody says about that. You made sports media great, according to you. No, you turned it into theater. All the real convo is dead. Everybody makes it, their own opinion, their own ego, and now everyone's tuning out. Your show has been trash. And that's all I got to say. Just wanted to get my thoughts on there about Max not being around the horn. I hope Max gets another opportunity. He's honestly great no matter if you like him, not like him. He's damn sure better than Stephen A. You guys have a good one.